What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler, and in this video we're going to be talking about a couple key things, really what to expect next week and what my expectations are for next week. We're also going to be going over the situation where Citadel is withdrawing $500 million out of their $2 billion investment with Melvin Capital. As you guys do know, Melvin Capital was really the big short that got totally annihilated the first time around with GameStop and AMC, losing about 46% for the first half of 2021. So we're going to talk about that situation, really what it implies. We're also going to go over the Fintel data because we're getting a lot of these 13F filings that did come out on Friday that are still coming out. We're also going to talk about the technical analysis and really what it looks like going ahead into the future. So with all that being said, drop that like on the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. And for anybody that was wondering why a video did not come out yesterday, I did not feel all too well, so we are doing this tonight and right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. For Friday, we did see a positive 1.74% move to the upside, which is very surprising, honestly, because we did see that down day on Thursday, pretty significant down day, down about 8.5%. And then we did see a rebound on Friday, which is atypical. We usually see a downturn start on Thursday and then continue through Friday. So that was very important right there. We did see a decent amount of contracts actually go into the money at the $34 and the $33 strike. So definitely a positive thing going ahead into the future, because as we do know, $33 is a key level that we do have to watch. I'll go ahead and mark it back on the chart. For whatever reason, it is not on the chart, but $33 has been a pretty substantial resistance and support level. When we're under 33, it's a pretty substantial resistance level. When we're over 33, it tends to be a support level. So we are pretty much right there at $34.41. So this could go either way, but the fact that we did not come back down under $33 on Friday is definitely a very bullish sign. And some of you guys that might not be aware of how bullish uptrends do play out and start to form, it's this stair-step-like motion where you see us hitting higher highs, whereas we're not hitting lower lows. That is a bullish uptrend, and right now that's kind of what it is looking like. If we can get a solid bounce away from $33, really break out past about $35 or $37, $38, then you should see that push up to $40. Expect a little resistance around $38 though, because that is where we did top out last time. Now let's get into the Stocko Tracker data, what we look like for next week, and it's pretty irrelevant, honestly. 14,778 calls that are in the money. We do have 82,823 calls that are out of the money. So we're going to have to look at the option chain to see if a lot of these calls are closer to the money like we did see on this last expiration, which was on Friday, August 20th. So let's take a look back to the actual option chain and let's take a look at where all of this open interest does lie. And surprisingly, it's not really further down the chain. At the $80 strike, you're seeing about 9,800 for open interest, and then you're only seeing a couple hundred from about the $80 strike all the way back down to the $60 strike, which is definitely a good thing. And really, it looks like a majority of this open interest is held at the $35 to the $40 strike, which is definitely a good thing if we're talking about a gamma squeeze, but we're not really looking at the amount of open interest that would really cause a gamma squeeze. So just so you guys are aware, if you're looking at the option chain for yourself, if you see 10,000 for open interest, that controls 1 million potential shares that the hedge funds, institutions, and market makers would have to buy on the open markets, which would lead to this gamma squeeze. So you're looking at 527,000 shares right here, about 268,000 shares right here, about 350,000 shares, 415,000, 250,000, and then you're looking at 1.4 million at the $40 strike. So nothing too crazy that really jumps out to me. Buying power is buying power, though. This will cause some level of buying power if we start to go up in the stock. Now, let's take a brief look at the Fintel data, and then we're going to get into this whole situation with Citadel is pulling $500 million from Melvin Capital. And if we do take a look at this, all of the recent filings that we have gotten from August 18th, I know that was only on, Wednesday. we can see all of them have been bullish. 1, 2, 3 new positions, as well as all of these white lines. Those are positions that have stayed the exact same. So a lot of bullish activity, especially coming through from these 13F filings. I do expect to have more that are going to be released, just because some firms, they're gonna take a little extra time. So definitely something I will be watching and bringing to you guys in a follow-up video. Now, Citadel to pull about $500 million from Melvin Capital following bad short bet on GameStop. Griffin Citadel had invested $2 billion in January into Melvin Capital Management LP, which was at the center of the GameStop Corp short squeeze. What happened? Ken Griffin Citadel LLC and Citadel Partners are planning to redeem about $500 million of the $2 billion they invested in Melvin Capital. The Wall Street Journal reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Citadel funds and firm partners are planning to withdraw the money at the end of the third quarter. However, a person familiar with Citadel said it expected to remain a significant investor. Citadel and Stephen A. Cohen's .72 Asset Management invested $2.75 billion into Melvin Hedge Fund. .72 alone had invested $750 million earlier this year when Melvin's short positions were under attack on Reddit. Citadel, a more than $38 billion hedge fund firm that employs teams of traders, rarely has had such a sizable investment with an outside manager before. People said familiar with the firm, which is very weird. They only said $38 billion because they do own about $450 billion of assets under management. So definitely interesting. But Melvin had been one of the best performing hedge funds in recent years until the GameStop trading frenzy earlier this year. Melvin Capital had lost 46% on its investments during the first 3 months of 2021. A huge, ridiculous number, guys. They went from about $22 billion of assets under management now to only about $11 billion of assets under management. So definitely took a hit on these shorts, as we do know. But what does this really mean by Citadel withdrawing this money? Either they are not confident in Melvin Capital, or a more likely situation is they need this money coming up for a lot of the margin calls that we're going to see on September 1st. That is a more likely situation. They're trying to free up this money, as we do know via Citadel's 13F filings, that they were actually a net seller of stocks. So they sold more stocks, way more stocks than they bought in the second quarter. So something definitely to keep your guys' eyes on. Watch for more information on Citadel. It looks like they are in troubled waters. They're getting ready for these margin calls. So as far as what I expect, let's move on from that. What I expect next week is hopefully to break out and retest. Probably it's going to be our resistance levels at about $38, even about 50 cents. If we can break out to about $40, that'll be definitely a bullish thing. But if anything, I do expect a slow move to the upside. I don't think you're going to get a explosive move to the upside, just because there's not too many options on the actual option chain as far as open interest on the option chain. So I don't think you're going to get an explosive move to the upside, but nevertheless, I expect next week to be positive overall. So drop that like on the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified in real time when these videos are uploaded. Also, check out the 2 links linked down below in the description. There is a link for public. Get up to $70 in your choice free stock. It only takes about 3 minutes time to receive your free stock. No need to link bank account or deposit a single dollar, so definitely check that out. Also, if you guys want to be notified in real time every time a trade is bought or sold in AMC or any other stock, check out the link down below for the buy and sell alerts. It pays for itself. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you in the next video.